Hello and welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all. And in this video, we're going to be running another realistic trail loop out here on TNB Trails with a 3rd gen long bed Ram 2500. Now, this thing has been moderately to, well, probably not moderately. This thing has been highly modified. It's got a extremely flexible coilover suspension. It's all basically long travel, and it's got some properly tall tires. Now, we're not going to spend too much time going over the options on this thing, but if you want any more info on the truck itself, you can check the link in the description down below. But without any further ado, let's see how this thing handles this realistic trail loop with different challenges that focus on everything from vehicle balance to vehicle grip to flex to just about everything in between. So we're going to go ahead and put the transmission in automatic mode, and we're just going to cruise on out of there. And that first downhill, it sets the tone right off the bat, because let's just say that is far from the very first time this trail will effectively just fall out from underneath you. So let's ease it around these first couple corners. And now, I'm just going to put it in low and leave it there. Going off of the things I have learned from some of the prior runs down this trail, you kind of want to be as careful as possible on these downhills. And especially in something with as long of a wheelbase as this, you can get into a lot of trouble really, really quickly. Just going to ease it down. And as long as we try to kind of prevent ourselves from constantly making the truck tripod, we should be okay. We picked up a little bit of bumper damage, but I am expecting to effectively have no bumpers left at the end of this challenge, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Might need some wheel speed. Almost there. It's trying. Okay, you know what? New line. We're going to back out of that and then move it back this direction. Oop, easy. It was not happy about that. It was like so not happy. It's still not happy. Okay, well, I tell you what. Let's see if we can go around the outside. Not enough torque to do that. Now, granted, I don't have it on its max engine tune, but still, that's wild that I don't have enough torque on this tune to be able to bump that rock like I'm thinking about doing. I was also thinking about trying to wind to the outside and then running it back in, but again, I don't know if it's going to be capable of doing that. Come on. Oh, there it is. Oh, it didn't have it. I tried to bump this thing into high, and it just said, absolutely not. You're not having that. I just need the slightest hint of grip. Oh, I got it. I think. Yep. If you're looking for a extremely realistic section of trail to test both your trucks and your actual driver skill, this loop is incredible. Now, if you're curious as to where on the map this loop is, it's right here where we are, and the garage is right over here. So pull up your own map on TNB Trails, and you should be able to figure out your own route to get there. Now, dropping down into the flooded rock garden, you just got to be careful to not get, well, the second I say that, the actual second I say that, I get stuck. Okay. All right. All right. Come on. I just need to find, thank you for just the ever so slightest slice of grip. Come on, give me something. Almost, maybe. There it is. Thank you. Now, as long as I can keep this momentum going, I think we might have a decent run at it. Just got to get, oh my God, this wheelbase is starting to show its issues, for sure. At least on a trail this tight. Trying to use this jagged rock on the side to sort of pull me away from the other side. And I feel like it only kind of worked. Ooh, I crumpled that bedside and the taillight. Now we should be pretty solid for at least a little while. But the problem with this upcoming section, or at least the problem we might run into, is the fact that it's A, super tight, and B, some of these corners might be a little iffy for something this long. Oh, never mind. Got it. And now this part, we can effectively just run it in high because there's really no obstacles here. The only major, well, danger is that edge, which... if we go off that edge, I mean, we're falling from above a lot of the treetops, so our run would be long over if we did that. Run it around, we're good. And just cruising back down the other side. I've got to admit, for the truck being as long as it is, I mean, this thing is like, it's almost as long as a small bus. And for it to be doing as good of a job as it is, I think speaks volumes about the suspension tuning for sure. Now this, though, this is where things kind of get a little crazier because from here on out, this next section of trail is one of the gnarliest sections of trail on this entire map. And I'll tell you why. Because it's not just one thing. It's not just rocks to deal with. It's not just jagged edges to deal with. It's not just mud. It's not just water. It's all of those things, plus some other things added for good measure because, well, Pixel likes to be evil. And I feel like, I don't know, I mean, I feel like Pixel would probably appreciate the fact that I think their maps are evil. Although so far, actually, this wheelbase is helping me more than it's hurting me, which is the exact opposite as to what it was in the prior trail section. So who knows? This part it could actually do better. It's a little bit further. Hovering that passenger side front tire. Come on. That would have put so much stress on that one side of the suspension in real life. That would have been wild. Come on, just find your grip. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a full-on high center. Hold on. Adjust. Find the edge. Oh, it is legit mad about that. That it is legitimately mad about. But I think, so long as we adjust our line, yep, we're good. And now, this has been the worst part for some of the other vehicles that I've brought back here. Because, again, as I'm sure y'all know, the SnowRunner physics are not a big fan of notch trails. So, with this being a extremely deep notch trail, it ends up being one of the worst trail sections in terms of difficulty that I've ever come across in the entire game. So, let's see how this very long third gen handles itself. Going down from low plus to low was definitely the right decision. God, how does this... oh my God! The way this looks from the interior view is nuts! I'm also stuck, I think. Can we back up? Just a hair? Oh wow, backing up? Zero problem. Come on. It is struggling. It is absolutely struggling. I'll use like one winch mulligan here. I know it didn't pull me very far ahead, but I think it might have just given me the boost I needed to get myself out of that situation. So, come on. A little bit more wheel speed, maybe? Just a bit. Yeah, it is not having it. Thing is not having it at all. All right, come on. That's what it needed. Yep. Just gonna try and make it a little bit further. But again, it was upset about that section. It was really upset about it. Like, there were some parts where it was fine and it had no issues, but there were other parts where it was like, absolutely not. You are not going to make me do this. So I tell you what, to finish things off, we might as well go for this other hill climb, because we know how nasty this hill climb is, but I'm going to see if this thing's got enough beans to just absolutely smoke. Well, maybe not. I was going to see if it could just blow through it in high, and it was not a fan of that. Easy. Don't let it flip itself. And I'm going to try to keep at least one tire up there towards the grass. And we were rolling in like 4th gear for a second. Okay, second. And then beans it. Come on. Find the grip. I'm going to try to stay out of the notch for this bit, because I feel like if we go into the notch while also being in high, we're done. That's it. I mean, we eventually got there. It took us a minute, but we eventually got there, and it was able to do the majority of it in high in the end anyway. So that was actually really, really good. But if y'all enjoyed this video, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time.